1 second.
Good. It's amazing. Oh. Oh my goodness, guys. Thank you for joining me today on Instinctive Addiction Archery. I'm your host, Jeff Phillips. Okay. You say, what is today's video about? I'm going to bring it to you real, guys, like it is. First of all, I want to tell you, if you are trying to get into traditional archery, you're just jumping on the bandwagon, you're just getting into it, okay? You're exploring it, if you will. Guys, I'm going to tell you just the God honest truth of it. I'm not going to promote anybody's bows. I don't care who they are, what they are. I'm not about any of that. It doesn't matter. The brands don't matter. Who's got them. None of that matters to me. But what does matter is helping somebody get into this wonderful, wonderful, amazing sport and get going the right way. Get things figured out and get to shooting with confidence, okay? And in really enjoying it and getting the addiction, okay? That's what it's about. All right, so you say, well what are you shooting today? I'm glad you asked. A Black Hunter, okay? This is a $82 Black Hunter I bought myself off of Amazon. A Black Hunter, okay? This one in particular was listed from OBT Outdoors. I did some research, guys. I've been fooling with these things a long time, and I did some research. And these particular ones are way refined, way more than lots of them. Now, this one's the longbow. I did not want a recurve. I wanted the longbow, okay? This one has the bamboo core limbs. That's what I wanted, the bamboo core limbs. This one has the fitted limb butts. The aesthetics of the bow is awesome. I put a triple T string on it, a D97 triple T string, put my Selway quiver on it. I did no tuning whatsoever to this bow. I did not have to rework it. I didn't. I checked my tiller as soon as I bolted the limbs on, and I was 1/8 of an inch positive. This bow could not have been more perfect. It was 1/8 of an inch positive tiller, so my tiller was dead perfect for me. My weight came in dead on. I drew it with a scale to my mark on a 28-inch arrow, and it was 40 pounds on the head. Okay, best $82 I've ever spent in my life. I'll tell you that now. This bow is flat out a shooter, okay? So, it is a great, great starter bow. If you're wanting to get into traditional and you don't have a super long draw, you say, well what if I do? Then you need to go with something else, because these bows are 60-inch, and if you go past 28 inches, they are going to start stacking. They're going to. It's the nature, it's the length, it's how they're built. But if you're 28-inch draw or less, they are awesome. I'm telling you they are. They're smooth. So if you have a long draw length, you're going to need a 62-inch bow or more, but a 62 should do you just fine. There again, there's a multitude of ILF rigs out there, various ones. There's lots of good options that you can buy super cheap. But guys, you don't have to spend a lot of money to get into this game and to shoot 3D tournaments, to hunt, to do whatever you want to do, because that is proof. I just walked out here. It's cold. It's freezing cold. shot 2 amazing groups with an $82 bow, and it's quiet, it's fast, it's smooth, it has no hand shock, it shoots amazing, guys. It does, and I like it. I'll be honest with you, I really like the bow. I do. It is what it is. So you don't have to spend a whole lot of money. You don't, to start doing this. I promise you don't. Biggest thing that you want to do, guys, is work on a shot process and your form, and develop something that works for you. And everybody's different. Everybody has different styles, different techniques. Their bodies are built different, and they're going to shoot a bow different. Because archery in itself, it is learned. Even if you shoot what we call instinctive, which is looking at a spot, drawing, and shooting it, you can instinctively throw a baseball and hit a spot. I mean, you could throw a spear. You can do whatever you want to do. That isn't, you have the instinctive ability to do that. But mastering a single string bow that has no sights, it is learned. It is learned through repetition and practice. But you have to find what works for you, what style works for you. So, guys, my recommendation to you is this. My recommendation, if you're just starting out, don't order a $1,500 or $2,000 custom bow for your first bow. No. Get you a cheap bow like this, and get it set up and shoot it. Shoot it at least the first year. And you may not ever want to do anything different. You might not. But at that point, when you have figured out that you're going to stick with it, and you have the desire, and the bug is bitten you, yes, then you can start buying high-end custom American built bows. Okay, yeah, you can do that. That's awesome. You can get something that's truly yours, built like you want it, to feel like you want, to shoot like you want, everything. But guys, the coolest thing is you can take a cheap bow and you can play with good quality arrows. Like I'm shooting obsidian arrows out of this one from Three Rivers. You can play with point weight, bare shaft tuning. You can just get all those things under your belt. And it's a multitude. It's never ending. But you don't have to make the initial purchase and break the bank buying a bow to start doing it with. No, you do not. There's so many cool bows out there for not a lot of money. And it's just all about learning how to shoot it, guys. And that is where the fun really, really lies. And I'll be honest with you, I love cheap bows. Why? Because I can take a cheap bow and I can work on it sometimes and make it even different than it is. I can change tiller by a little bit of sanding. I can change my grip. I can do all kinds of things, which are, there again, I didn't have to touch this Black Hunter from this OBT Outdoors or whatever. I didn't touch it. There was no need. I mean, it was literally perfect. But I've had to rework a bunch of them. And you don't ever know what you're going to get. You don't. So if you get it and it shoots great, you shoot it just fine, leave it alone. But you can do whatever you want to. And that's the fun part. You can refinish it. There's a multitude of things that you can do. And that is what is fun. But learning how to shoot it and shoot it good is number one. And having fun. It is, guys. Number one. That is number one. Having fun. Oh, it's cold out here today. I'm out of ammo. So guys, there you have it. It's as good as it gets. Get you a cheap bow. Get it set up. I use Velcro because when you buy a cheap bow, they come with some kind of cheap stuff, and I keep using the word cheap because it is cheap. It doesn't cost anything hardly. But like this Black Hunter, I did no changes to it at all other than aesthetics. I put brass rings here. I have some custom brass rings because they look cool, but it comes with black ones. I mean, it's just a little something like that. But I did not use their factory shelf material. I used Velcro. I use Velcro on every bow. And there again, I put a good quality Selway quiver on it because I shoot with a quiver. I like the offset weight, but the bow shoots wonderful without it. Doesn't need it. but I like the way a bow feels with my quiver on there. Absolutely do. And the string. A good quality string is number one. They come with endless loop Dacron string, much louder strings. They're just nothing like. You got to put a good string on a bow, no matter what. But can you buy a bow under $100 and spend just a little tiny bit on it, getting it exactly like you want it? Yes, you can. You sure can. And there's a multitude of them out there, and it doesn't matter whose brand, what they are, doesn't matter. They all shoot good when you get them set up right and get good arrows, okay? Now, people ask me all the time about arrows. I say, well, you know, what arrows should I buy? Well, guys, you know, I'm a long time gold tip shooter. I love gold tip arrows just because they tune easy. They really do. So gold tip, the Obsidian here from Three Rivers is definitely my favorite arrow. These are the standards. They're not the 3Ks. They're the standards. They're a little bit lighter grain per inch, so I can shoot a little more point weight and have an overall weight that's really good for hunting and 3D, keeping it a little bit on the lighter side, but very, very consistent arrows, very good arrows. I love these things. Are the Amazon arrows any good, like the Link Boys and this and that and the other? I've shot a lot of them, but I find them to be inconsistent. I find them to be fairly inconsistent. You may have 3 or 4 out of a dozen that just do not group with the rest of them for whatever reason, and they're very thin-walled arrows. They're light in nature. Do they shoot okay? Yes, but I recommend getting you a standard 5/16 diameter arrow like this. I just recommend him if you're going to buy a cheap bow. These arrows are very economical. Get you some decent arrows. Decent. You don't have to spend a lot of money, but get some decent arrows. But there again, if you want to buy Amazon arrows, fire away, because they're going to shoot overall. They're going to shoot just fine. But guys, it's a lot to it when it comes to selecting the bow for you. And we're going to close it out with this. Make sure you get a bow that fits you. Go lighter on your pounds. I shoot 40-pound bows now. I don't want any more than that. And they will do anything that a 50-pound bow will do for me. Get light enough pounds that you can enjoy shooting the bow and learn to shoot it well. Number 2, make sure that you get a bow long enough for your draw length. If you're a long wingspan guy, if you're past 28 inches, buy you a 62-inch bow minimum. 62 for if you're 28 plus. True draw. If you're under that, like me and like most people, a 60 is fine. It's just perfectly fine. Because you don't want the finger pinch, you don't want it stacking and all that good stuff. There again, get something smooth that shoots good that you can enjoy. Guys, I love you so much, and I thank you for joining me today on Instinctive Addiction Archery. And can't wait to get rolling on the 3D scene this year. It's going to be fun, guys. It's just right around the corner. Till next time, God bless you.